Genuine question. What are your guys' thoughts on people getting like handed stuff in life? Getting handed a job, getting handed like a new car from their family, getting handed like small gifts here and there. Listen, I'm not trying to shit on the privileges that people have, but in my humble opinion, I just think it's so much more fulfilling doing something and earning something with your own goddamn hard work. Like, I know so many friends that after they like graduated high school or graduated college or medical school, like whatever the case may be, family, friend, or whatever just gives them like a brand new car. Because this car that I'm sitting in, I bought it with my own goddamn money. Like, I worked hard for it. I'm spending years like paying it off, and it's almost paid off, and then it's gonna be fully mine. Like, this vehicle is going to be mine. I think it's night and day. And the one thing that you always have is a choice. And if you don't care that you got given something from other people, like, that's fine. But for me, like, I just can't let it sit in my gut, because I have the fear that they're going to come back at me in the future and be like, hey, remember I got you this thing, now you owe me. The idea of debt, the idea of owing someone other things, like whatever the case may be, whether it's like for a favor or like a material possession, that's just scary to me. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts?
Hello everyone, this is Emmanuel Cook. We will be reacting to a new video today, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's get into the video.
As a woman, the most important thing you can do for yourself is put yourself in a position where you can afford your own lifestyle. Now, I see so many of you young girls in your 20s getting a little too lazy these days. Like, some of y'all are just sitting around waiting to marry rich. And this is so problematic for many reasons. If this is your mindset when it comes to dating, then you are going to be in a state of survival. Like, every relationship you try to get into, you're gonna just be in like fight or flight mode. And that's just gonna put you in risk to a lot of trauma and abuse. And I've kind of seen this with my own friend group. Like, I have some girlfriends who got their own bag and they have amazing relationships, you know, successful friendships. They're very happy. And then I have some girlfriends who tried to marry rich with some guy and it didn't work out, and that ended up being a lot of hardship financially for them. So please, just get your own bag. Trust me, it's not that hard.
It's crazy that we live in a generation where people just want things handed to them. So it's like everybody wants money, but nobody wants to work. Everybody wants to have a nice car, but nobody wants to save up for it. Everybody wants this, but nobody wants to sacrifice for it. So it's just like everybody wants a handout. They want to give it to them. They don't want to put the hard work. They don't want to motivate themselves to do anything. So they just want to sit around and have people come and give it to them. But that's not how life works. If you wait all day for somebody to come and give something to you, you're going to be waiting forever, because things aren't just given out. Things are earned. And it's just crazy how like we have people out here that say, I deserve more than what I get, but they don't offer anything. They don't bring anything to the table, but they want to have more than what they have. And
what really hurt my nerves is people that always want handouts and don't want to work for nothing. Especially people that ask you for money and never check on you, and this how they be. Hey, how you been doing? But I was wondering, do you have $20 I can borrow till next week? Hell no, I ain't got a fuck thing for you. Like, why do y'all think everything's supposed to be handed to y'all? Get up, go get a job, and go make some money. Like, I don't understand. Why is it so hard?
Soon as you go viral, soon as you make it, soon as you blow, man, I'm telling you, everybody from high school gonna hit you up. Everybody from the past gonna hit you up. Man, I already knew you were gonna blow. I already knew you were gonna make it. Oh, girl, I been peeped. I been knew you was the one. You was the chosen one. I knew you was gonna blow. Man, if y'all don't shut y'all asses up, excuse my language, but man, y'all was just monitoring spirits just a little minute ago before I blew up. Y'all was just monitoring my stuff. Y'all ain't like, y'all ain't comment, y'all ain't share. You know, you ain't even bothered to reach out when I was on my journey before the blow up. You ain't bothered to reach out. And I'm here to tell you, bro, it's people actually like that that's really gonna try you. And it's gonna be people you done forgot about. And they gonna hit you up. Yeah, they still got your number. I'm here to tell you.
Yo, okay, I just got to rant for a little bit because I cannot believe the audacity of people sometimes. Okay, so I was just at a cafe, getting my media work done, minding my own business, and this woman comes up to me and is like, oh, hello, can I ask you a question? And immediately in my head, I'm like, okay, she's gonna ask me for money. It's worse. It was worse. She asks me, a stranger, to buy her a cup of coffee. What I literally looked at her, said, ha, You do not need a coffee to survive. No. Went back to my work. And it just blows my mind because I was not raised like that. I was not raised to mooch off people, but the amount of people I encounter on the daily that just have no shame. The audacity and the no shame. I would never. Bitch, you do not need a coffee to survive. Also, it's 3 p.m. What are you going to do with a cup of coffee? Granted, I was drinking a quad espresso, but I had work right after. They're all struggling right now, okay? I'm working 3+ jobs so that I can afford my daily cup of coffee. And you're just going to come up here and ask a stranger to buy it for you. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, TikTok, I got a problem with this shit. Why is it that people expect handouts but won't hand you a motherfucking thing? Yeah, and listen, it don't work like that, man. This is real life. If you ain't got nothing to motherfucking offer, then stop expecting shit from people, because it's 2023, man. We ain't fucking with nobody that ain't reciprocating what we doing or what we putting out. It's that plain, it's that simple. That's it, that's all. I said what I said. Free game.
I'm gonna say this, and some of y'all are gonna think this is unfair, but honestly, this is just how it is. We have to have boundaries and expectations for these men. Stop dating men. If you got your own shit, if you got your own place, if you got your own car, you got all of this, stop dating men under you, especially black women. Stop dating men that ain't got the same shit as you got. If he ain't got a car like you, all right, don't fuck with him. If he ain't got his own place like you, all right, don't fuck with him. Stop fucking with men under you, because when you do that, you undervalue yourself, and stop being desperate for love, baby. No amount of desperation, no amount of, lonely nights is going to make fucking sense when that man gonna be driving your car. No, that man is taking your peace away that you built. Leave him alone. You don't date under, you go up. Think better of yourself. Raise your confidence.
Rich people love handouts, and the only difference between the handouts that poor people get and the handouts that rich people get is that rich people use their handouts to make themselves richer, and poor people use their handouts to get by and survive. Let me explain what I mean. Everyone knows that poor people get food stamps, right? But rich people get tax write-off off their meals. So these steak dinners that all these rich people are having, they could have a simple steak dinner, $300-$500, easily write that off their company taxes so that they don't end up having to pay for it. And poor people, on the other hand, will have a $300 to $500 food stamp budget, and that's for like a family of 4 for the entire month. Poor people beg on the streets, and the equivalent of that is rich people lobbying to get government contracts. So when you think about someone like Elon Musk, he's the wealthiest man like in the world, but that man has received, his various companies have received over almost $5 to $6 billion in government contracts and government support. And so that wealth that Elon Musk hoards and has all to himself was actually created off your tax dollars. You should be mad about that.
So I pay my taxes, right? I'm expecting that my taxes are being used to fund the DMV, including probably getting my ID card for free. Instead, I don't take a handout or ask for a handout. The government takes a handout from me by pulling my $40 to renew my license when I should have already have paid for that. But instead, my taxes go wherever the fuck people in Washington, D.C. think they should go. And quite frankly, I think we've seen government spending. It's a lot of focus on helping other people and rich people, and not a lot of focus on helping the average American. See, I shouldn't have to pay for an ID card because I already paid for it with my taxes. The fact that the government has not used my tax money in such a way means that I'm getting scammed.
So by now we understand that your friends and family is not going to be your target audience, okay? So when you start your business and stuff, don't get a ass shit free, because you knew I was going out trying to start and grow my platform, and you didn't like narrow not one thing.
There was always a friend or two in the group or like during the cypher that would like, yeah, man, I'll get you back. Just, get me this time. I'll get you back. Or, can you lend me blank and blank, and then the next time I'll pay you back. It was like, come on, bro. Like, I'm willing to like let people slide and like pay for stuff for people once in a while, a couple times, fine. But if it's like a repeated thing, it's like, no, pay for your own fucking thing. Like, come on now. Like, now you're just trying to take advantage. When you say something about it, it's like, come on, bro. Like, obviously, like, I got it. And it's like, okay, if you got it, then why don't you just pay for it right now then? Like, if you got it so much, then fucking pay for it. Like, I'm not gonna lend you everything. And it's like trying to pull teeth when you want to get them to actually like pay for something first. Or if you ask them for that favor, they look at you like you got 5 heads. Like, oh, bro, come on, like I can't really do that right now.
These days in this economy, I don't do handouts. If you borrow money from me, you're gonna pay it back. If you get any type of money from me, you will pay that money back. That's for sure. I don't do handouts. We are all grown. We're not children. There are a lot of ways to earn extra income. Do not come over here asking for anything. I don't ask anybody for anything. Even when I was broke, when I was down bad, I didn't ask people for anything. I figured it out. I did a lot of research. I used a lot of resources and I figured it out. And I got out of that space. At the end of the day, there's usually a way out. I would say 99% of the time. So there's really no excuse to get handouts. Instead of asking people for handouts, use that time to do research on how you can make extra income. Use that time to get yourself out of that position. There are ways. I'm telling you. At the end of the day, nobody owes you anything in this life. And you work for what you have. If other people can help you, fantastic. But they are certainly not obligated to, and they're not a horrible person if they don't help you. At the end of the day, you make your own money, you spend it how you like.
I just gotta let some of y'all know that just because your people's got it, just because your family got it, you know, your auntie, uncle, cousin, brother, homeboys got it, don't mean you got it. And I want some of y'all to understand that they don't owe y'all nothing. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. The only person that owe you something is you. You the only person. So stop trying to expect handouts. Stop trying to expect that people is supposed to give you this and supposed to give you that. Just because y'all cool, y'all locked in, or just because y'all family, they supposed to do something for you. No. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. I don't know who need to hear this. I don't know who is this for, but I'm letting you know, bro. Get off your behind and work for it. Stop expecting others to give it to you. For real.
One thing I can't stand is when a motherfucker think they can text you out of the blue, you ain't heard from them in eons, years, decades, and ask you for some fucking help. Bitch, you don't even know how I'm doing. I don't even know how you fucking doing. Don't you ever fix your fucking lips. Don't you ever think you can type on this goddamn keyboard and say, I need. Can you help? Fuck no! Bitch, I ain't the help. I'm not your personal healer. I'm not a fucking servant. Oh my God. It's so distasteful and rude when people do that. Like, who raised you? How about, hey, how you doing? How things been? You good? And maybe, just maybe, while we have a conversation, you explain what the fuck is going on, I may assist. But don't fucking start off no conversation asking me for shit. That'll be the last time you talk to me. The fuck?
A quick reminder, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And let's continue the video.
Yo, people who take, but never give out, right? They always want to receive. They're always receiving, but they're never giving, are like the scum of the earth. Literally, they're horrible people, and remove people like that from your life, like ASAP. If you don't have that spirit, that generous spirit, that spirit of like giving, that spirit of love in you right now, but you have no problem like receiving, you're probably never gonna change. And ain't nobody got time for that, you know, because we generous over here. We're very generous over here, and it's cool to be generous, but you gotta have balance. You gotta have balance. Unless somebody suck the life out of you, right? Unless somebody suck the life out of you, but then when it's time to give or even show their appreciation, it's null and void. It's nothing. Remove people like that ASAP.
For me to not ask for handouts, why everybody asking me for handouts? I'm really confused. I don't get that shit. Do I ask you for money? Hell no. So why the fuck you asking me for money? I don't got no money. I ain't never had money. I don't know how money look. Don't ask me for no damn money. I don't have it. Not for you. Fuck be wrong with people.
I don't know if you know this, but help is like earned. So I know a lot of people that can't stand when somebody always got their hand out. Like every time you get a call from them or a text or whatever, they got their hand out always asking for something. And eventually, you know, if you stop giving them stuff, they call you a hater or they act like, you know, you changed up or whatever, but they're not realizing that you have to earn somebody's help. So if you got your hand out, it's easier for you to give somebody something that has been working towards a goal or proven that they're doing something, or they can show you what they've done. It's like, hey, I just need a little bit of help with this so I can go here. Like, it's easier to help somebody doing that. But if you got somebody who's just always got their hand out and you don't see them doing anything with the help that you're giving, then you kind of don't want to help them anymore. So helping or getting help is an earned privilege from people. It's not an entitled thing. And people got to realize that.
So the best opportunities in your life are not going to come from you. They are going to come from other people reaching out to you, offering you something. And this will realistically only happen once or twice a year. So when these opportunities come to you, you need to jump on them. And when they're not coming to you, you need to stay focused and disciplined throughout the entire year, because they do come, but only after you've been working at it for a long time. This is how I got my massive brand deals. This is how I got to meet the best people in my life. This is how I got access to equity deals, etc. And then as you get older, you get more and more of those opportunities as long as you stay the path.
Hey y'all, so like I'm in the store and it's really like a woman walking around the store like yelling out she's hungry. Like, what's up with society, bro? Like, why does everyone expect like a handout? Like, what? Like, she really expecting people to like pay for her food? You know, I got a little EBT card, but I ain't wasting my money on nobody. I gotta save myself. But no, it's just crazy how some people literally walk around and do stuff like that. Women, men, whoever, like, and just expect handouts from just random people. Like, I don't care about you. Like, I'm sorry, I don't care about you. I wish you the best in life. I hope you don't pass away or something, and I hope you can get your food out of here. But I got EBT, man. I only got like, I don't even know how much money I got. I probably don't got no money. I'm probably finna, hey. But moral of the story, guys, like, stop expecting handouts. Like, don't expect handouts. Like, just get it yourself. Like, people are crazy. Like,
okay, I need your opinion here on this whole Cash App handout situation. I am blown away. The more I go on TikTok, the more I realize that this is a trending thing, people. There literally are people that are just throwing their Cash Apps out there and expecting complete strangers to give them money. I personally think this is completely cringe. I think, you know, you tell me the difference between that and then tell me the difference between you're in the city and you're literally driving up and there's some person on the side of the street with a cup or with a sign saying, hey, you know, I'm hungry, I need to feed my family. There is no difference. Listen, I'll say the same thing to the people that are doing that. Get off your lazy butt and get a job. I'm not understanding. This is not sustainable whatsoever. This little trend that's going on, oh, it helped me pay my mortgage, it helped me pay my car payment, perfect. But in another couple of weeks to a month, nobody's going to be handing you out money. Listen, what I do on here is I actually hustle. I actually work for my money. What I do is I share a link and I get paid. I share a link and I get paid. I share a link and I get paid. It boosts my confidence up, number one. Number two, people are actually earning money when they sign to share a link and get paid. It's not just handing random money out to strangers in hopes that, what, I support their drug habit? This is ridiculous. I want to know everyone's thoughts on this. Am I like just the crazy one? And should I just like hop on board and just start sharing my Cash App and maybe, you know, my mortgage and my car payment will get paid next month? Or is this a legitimate reason to kind of bitch? Like, you know, are people just, are they afraid to work? I don't know. I'd love to hear your opinions on it. Again, I share a link. I get paid. I can even talk to you about that. But I'm dying to hear everyone's opinions on this whole Cash App, begging for Cash App.
Look, bro, it's gonna come a time, bro, where you gonna be like, bro, I ain't asking nobody for money, boy. I don't care what it is, what I got going on, I'm gonna find a way. Man, you gonna get to a certain age, no cap, bro. Like, hell no, bro. Like, bro, it can be a nigga I know right beside me right now. He can be up 100K. I won't ask that nigga for a dime, fool. I won't ask that nigga for a handout, nothing, nigga, on everything. Now, I ain't gonna be that nigga be like, oh, that nigga, like, I'm gonna help you out with your shit. Like, you feel me? If you invest in that shit, yeah. But nah, before that, bro, I'm getting that shit on my own. That shit feels so much better when you got that shit out your own, bro. Like, nobody can say they did this, did that, nothing. Then, you know, niggas know how to flex and floss on you and shit. Like, remember that time when this and that, when once I had that one little flaw? No. I ain't let nobody play with my name like then just being a grown ass man, but you don't want to be asking your people for bread and shit. And I ain't gonna act like when I came back at first, I was asking my mom for bread and shit. She gave me a couple dollars. I for sure paid her back though. I ain't never, bro. If anything, if somebody give me some shit, I promise I'll pay him back with interest. The realest shit that ever happened to me in my life, I remember my God that I came back home. He used to always give me, if I asked something, he give it to me, right? Came back home, I was like, yo, you feel me? You think you got to at least give me like 10, 15? He's like, nah, I can't get it. And time, I'm like, man, what the fuck? I'm mad as shit. But the whole time, bro, this shit turned me up. He's like, you a grown ass man, you gonna figure it out. And shit, I figured it out, bro. I tell him to the day. I appreciate that day, bro. Without you and that day, bro, I would not be here today. I wouldn't be that nigga. I'd still be leeching off people and shit, bro. You get to a point in your life, bro, you just want to have your own shit. No matter how hard it is, no matter how much money it is. I don't give a fuck. You got to bust it up a car or you stay in Section 8. It's your shit, fool. You got it on your own. You earned it. But don't stay there at the same level, bro. You feel me? If you're not comfortable or you're not content where you at, you be appreciative for sure, but shit, keep working to get somewhere better. Like, I ain't asking over there for $1, dime, or nothing. You feel me? I ain't hating on nobody, I ain't jealous nobody. If somebody doing better than me right now, I commend them. You feel me? I'm a real nigga. I tell straight up, boy, yeah, you motivated me. You motivation, fool. You there right now. This is nigga with SRT Hellcat. I'm in a beat up Honda. I'm like, shit, real nigga, bro. You feel me? I'm gonna get there soon. Don't worry about it. You know, everybody time different. Everybody little timeline different. Just know I ain't content with the shit I got right now, though. I'm gonna keep going. I'll be damn to ask my mom for goddamn $10 right now. Only way I ask my $10 right now, if I'm dead ass broke, I need that $10. I know I'm gonna give it right back. Other than that, I promise I'll find a way. As a man, that's what you, or as a grown up in general, you gotta find a way, fool, no matter what it is. I commend you. If you find a way to make $1, I don't give a fuck if it's legal, DoorDash, working, fucking, washing cars, what you gotta do, bro. That's part of growing up. That's the part of being goddamn, fuck that, that's part of being a man. To find a way to goddamn make shit happen, bro. That's what I think a man is. You feel me? I think a man, a boss is a nigga look up to you. You feel me? Your family depend on you. You feel me? You take responsibility, matter in your own hand. You feel me? That's what the life I'm trying to build. I don't give a fuck how strained and how stressful that shit is. That's what I want to be. I want to do that. You feel me? I want to be the boss of my people.
And I know I just talked about this, but I want to make sure that we get this point clear. Corporations have received $218.3 trillion since 1950 in handouts, in government support, in government intervention. White communities have gotten $107.3 trillion in government support, handouts, government intervention, GI loans, healthcare, education, small businesses initiatives. I want y'all to know what I'm talking about, because when I say this black community number, you'll understand who gets handouts here. Black communities only get 24.79 trillion. White communities receive over 4 times more in the government funding than black communities. Corporations get double what white communities have. Corporations get 9 times what black communities get. You don't understand that the racial wealth gap is not a result of markets. It's a result of structurally built government interventions. It is so straightforward. I don't even want y'all to have disagreements about this. Corporations get more than everybody, and the government takes care of white people more than any other group. Right? And if you want to be extra racist and want to know about the Hispanic community and the illegal immigrants, I got the numbers for that too. So if we're talking about social welfare, housing, healthcare, small business support, just for Hispanic communities, it's 47.73 trillion. Undocumented immigrants, that is 10.36 trillion in support that's given to them. So this is emergency healthcare, public education, limited welfare access, and legal aid programs, right? So corporations get more handouts than all of us. 218.3 trillion. I can't even wrap that number around my head because it bothers me. White communities have gotten 107.3 trillion in support since 1950. Hispanics have gotten 47.73 trillion. Black communities have gotten 24.79 trillion. Undocumented immigrants only get half of what black people get. That's it. It's only half. And y'all, and it bothers you. This is insane to me, because this is why black people respond, because if they only half of what we got since 1950, we're this close to being treated like that. That's the reason why this much of a diverse conversation. Because the truth is that the amount of support people have gotten over time hasn't measured up, and it's something that has been completely constructed artificially.
If it is an individual person, it's called a handout. But if it's to large corporations, it's called a bailout. Those are handouts too. They get free money too. They get tax write-offs too. They get a lot of perks too. They're getting handouts. A lot more than any type of race of people. So a bailout is actually free money. It's a handout. Tax write-offs. Tax loopholes. A lot of those are handouts.
It's crazy, man. I feel like people forgot what hard work is, man. I feel like especially in this generation, man, like everybody expects something to be handed to them. Like, you know, just because you do something, people feel like you're supposed to just bring them to the next level and not have to put work in. And, you know, once I started getting around, you know, more rappers and more famous people, more millionaires, I started to realize that they don't just give you shit. You gotta pay for their time. You gotta pay to get on the phone with them. You gotta pay to have a meeting with them. Why? Because their time is valuable. They work their ass off for it. So what makes you think just because you do the same thing as them, they just gonna hand you everything they work for so you can be in the same spot? Stop looking for handouts, man, and put your hands in the work.
As a man in this world, you need to realize that shit does not come easy. That's your problem. Y'all want somebody to come save y'all day. Like, it don't work like that, bro. You need to save yourself. Get your ass up and go make something of yourself and stop looking for a fucking handout. That's your problem. Y'all want somebody to just go in their pocket and be like, here, save yourself. Like, get the fuck out of here. I got way more respect for the person that does not have his shit together but is still getting up and trying to make a difference versus the dude that does not have his shit together at all and is not even trying to change it. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Like, what is literally wrong with you? And there's so many talented people out here, man. You're just wasting your talent doing bullshit. Like, why? Being a young man in this society, shit gets hard, alright? It's not gonna be easy for you, so you need to lock in. You need to get your ass up and decide that you want to change your situation for the better. It's only a matter of time, so get in shape.
At this point, I am tired of people begging and asking me for my hard-earned money. I mean, I have no problem with giving, helping out. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I love helping people. But what you're not going to do is feel like I'm obligated to give you something. When I didn't have it, I still gave. Even if it was my last dollar, my quarter, my last $100, it don't matter. I still gave when I didn't have a damn thing. I gave when I didn't even have a pot to piss in. When I didn't have a car to drive. When I didn't have my own place. And it's not always monetary. I say this to say, just because I'm on my feet, I'm not obligated to do.
You know what? I'm so thankful for my father, man, because my dad, yes, he, when I tried to get some businesses started when I was young, yeah, he lent me some money, but he made me pay him back every penny to the penny. And I'm so glad he did that. There is no handouts. There's nobody that's going to bail you out. There's no handouts. I don't even think about trying to, get handouts from somebody because that's not how I was raised. My daddy taught me to figure it out and to do whatever it takes. And I think what happens is that, with some new generation, and not all, but some, they expect somebody to give them something. They expect handouts. But and when you give somebody handouts like that, it's enabling them. I'm not saying don't help them out, but make them work for it. Even with my son, when he needs to get something from me, I make him clean out the garage, put some mulch down, wash the car. He has to work for it. I'm not going to just give it to him, And if I lend him something, I'm going to see how he's going to plan to pay me back, and he's going to pay me back. And it's not because I need the money. It's because I'm trying to teach him that you cannot expect somebody to give you something for nothing. That is not the way the world works, right? And so, but I ain't gonna lie, man, this is a beautiful day. It's gonna be 66 degrees out here in Georgia. Low of 40, I feel like the Weather Channel. Low of 46, but overall, just a nice, beautiful day. Enjoy it. Make it the best. Make it the best.
I have no respect for homeless people. How are you going to be a grown-ass man begging for money on the street? Ever wonder why every time you see a homeless person, he's still in the same position week after week? Begging for money isn't going to get you anywhere, bro. It shows your mindset that you don't want to work hard. You don't want to actually put in the work to get yourself in a better place. You don't want to go job to job, even if you don't have the information required to at least try to better your life. That's why I hate homeless people, because they expect everything for nothing. They expect to just stand around and get money and just actually better their life. I absolutely hate them. I don't care. And if you support homeless people, we're not on the same mindset, bro, because we live in the United States. It's a capitalist country. You need to work hard to get what you deserve. If you don't work hard and you're just going to fucking expect free handouts, fuck you.
I want to just say this to some of you guys out here. This is not for all you guys, but for a majority of you men. I was having a conversation with this gentleman today, and we're talking about, how he likes to have young girls, and he felt some kind of way because every time he turn around, the young girl is got a hand out and wants some money. But let me just say this to you guys. Just like a lot of you men don't like older women, you prefer young girls. And let me just tell you this. If you're 45 and you're dating a young girl that's in her 20s, all she can do is ask you for money and DICK because you're like an older brother or older father figure. She's not really attracted to you like that. So you got to stop feeling some kind of way when you meet a young girl and she got a handout, because you got to play the game. And the game is, I got to understand I'm not really her type, but I want to have some fun. So this is what I got to do. Because I was talking to the guy, he's like, yeah, the joint she begging for money, and then we go get it in, and she wasn't really all like that in the bed and all like that. And then he comes back with this, he said, and I got a joint. You know, like I say all the time, so many of you men, and I'm not talking about married men. And then he was trying to give me excuses. He's like, yeah, one of my homies, he got married and he ready to get divorced because when a woman got married, when they got married, they was all, you know, everything changed. Listen, whether you get married or you don't get married, at the end of the day, if you are not dating exactly what you need, you will never be satisfied to get what you want. A lot of men and a lot of women do not date what they need. They date what they want. Like he said, he's visual. He likes young girls. He likes banging bodies. He doesn't like older women, as he says, because older women, he says, seem to be boring and that I ain't got time. No, older women, it's not the fact that, because I haven't been through the ringer. Because he's like, yeah, because a lot of women been through. But I'm not a scorned black woman. That's what a lot of men got to understand about me. My platform isn't on here because I'm scorned. My platform is on here to educate young girls, because you need a mentor to develop the type of relationship that you're supposed to get. You understand? So I'm not one of these older women that have mental issues. Like as a female on here that talks a lot about how she was raped and molested and she was dog and then she was married and then she's not married no more. And, you know, I never had all those problems. So let me just isolate myself from that conversation that a lot of you men have. As an older woman, I never had those. Because the same way I am now, I was when I was younger. When I was 24, 21, 23, I was hyperactive, but I didn't tolerate a lot when I was young. I've always had morals. So when you say older women, just say some older women. Because first of all, I'm very youthful. Number two, I bring a lot to the relationship. You know, I am a teammate. You know, I'm a person that makes the team work between me and the significant other. So don't think that every older woman is scorned, because I'm not. But you got to also realize a lot of you older guys, 45, 21, 22, dating these young girls, 23, 24, 25. The reason why you gravitate to them, because mentally you're still young. And you don't like the fact that you're aging. So you figure if you get a young girl that's in shape, it motivates you if you're not already in shape. Well, not just that, a young girl doesn't have a full capacity brain, you know, of right from wrong, and you can easily manipulate her, because at the end of the day, she'll fall for your game. An older woman is not the fact that we're seasoned, because you have some older women that are dumb as a doorknob too, because I talk to them. But the reason why, it's two reasons why you don't like older women, because some older women are not sexually attractive, maybe, I don't know, or some women are sexually attractive, but you know you can't get away with the young boy shit that you've been doing, that you do with the young girls. So you're not attracted to older women. But let me tell you this, the young girls are not attracted to you either. Like I told them, I said, you got to pay what you weigh. These young girls do not want to date somebody 20 years older than them, 10 years older than them, and you're not giving them money. They need a reason to stay. Especially when you are already in a relationship. See, when you're in a relationship and you want a side piece and you want a girl on the side to date you, you got to pay for all that activity, because you got her sitting there being available when you want to be available. That costs. It says it pays the cost to be the boss. So stop complaining that these young girls got their hand out, because this is what you choose. You don't want to get a woman in your age bracket that you all can work together as a team, because at the end of the day, mentally, you're still insecure. You still have low self-esteem with yourself. You have control issues. So that's the reason why you gravitate to young girls, because they're controllable in the bedroom and they're controllable through life. I guess, I don't know. With an older woman, it's not the fact that we're not controllable. It's the fact that your game don't work with us. And you haven't stopped playing the game that you've been playing for over 20-something years. You're 50 years old. You're 55 years old. You're 45 years old. When do you say enough is enough? So like I told him, I'm glad that you don't like older women. Because I don't want a man that's a cheater and that's a whore that like me. I want you to keep dealing with the young girls, because you're going to stay getting played. That's the name of the game. When you deal with young girls, you got to play, you got to pay to play, and you're going to play to pay. It is what it is. So, you know, I don't, like I tell people all day long, like a lot of older women, they like young guys because sometimes, and they like young guys because of the bed action. Because a lot of you older men, you lose it in the bedroom. Some of you get, it's called erectile dysfunction. Some of you lose your hairline. You're not that attractive. You look old. So it goes both ways. It goes both ways. Me, I like men in my age group, 45, 50, 55, maybe 60. I like to stay in my age group because I don't need a young buck to make me feel young, because I'm already energetic. Like when I talk to guys that's in their 50s to 60, I make them tired. They be like, damn, you so energetic. Yeah, I'm real energetic. But I don't gravitate to a young boy because I need some energy. I like guys 45, 50, 55. And that's my age group. I don't want to date somebody half my age. Now, if I had to date somebody half my age, it wouldn't bother me, because I'm going to enjoy each moment while we enjoying each other. Like, I don't feel no kind of way because if I date somebody half my age, I feel insecure because he might look at the young girl. Because 9 times out of 10, if I dated somebody half my age, which would be 25. I mean, not 25. I'm sorry, not half my age. Like 10 years younger than me. I'm talking about half my age. You know, like somebody 10 years younger than me, or maybe 15. And the only reason I would date somebody that young is that he would really have to let me feel his energy, that he is into older women. And my older women is about my age. Because far as how I carry myself, you know, I'm very energetic. People they be like, how you do that? How you work that? How you do this? How you do that? Because my energy comes from God. So I say it again, when you are an older man messing with a young girl, please stop complaining about her asking for money, because that's her job. Her job is to ask you for money, because there's nothing else you can offer her. But you eating her out, giving her DICK, and preparing her for the man that she wants. Because sooner or later, she's going to leave you. Because most young girls don't want nobody old either. So you understand. See, what you don't want, you meet, and they don't want you. Remember, energy matches energy. And a boomerang is just like this. You don't like older women. Okay. But let me tell you this. When you meet a young girl, she on the phone telling her girlfriend, I met this old Negro. I don't like him, girl. I'm going to take him for all his money. Yeah, I had sex with him, but child, once I meet somebody I like, I'm dropping that Negro. Or she might keep a young buck and take your money. Hey, it is what it is, y'all. I'll be back.
Man, this is a cold game out here. If you're older, you should expect girls who are younger to not have their life together. Most girls only start to have their stuff in order around the age of, I would say, 30. Most girls, a few of the smart, hard-working ones, have their life together around, let's say, 23 to like 26 or so. But on average, most women get their life together in their 30s, usually it's like early 30s, when they are finally financially stable and can take care of themselves, like for real. Everything is in their name, they're able to pay for their stuff, they are like a fully grown adult, being able to take care of themselves. And so if you get a girl who is like early to mid 20s, they just got out of school. They just started earning from their careers. They don't have their life together like that. They're not as smart, especially with money. And a lot of those girls are always outside. They're always in the streets, always at parties, trying to enjoy their youth. And so if you, as an older guy, comes around, most of the time, she's not checking for you. And if she is, she wants to be taken care of. And she'll always be looking for money, and she'll be a financial burden on your pockets. And it is what it is. At the end of the day, if a person doesn't like you like that, And if you still want them, you have to overcompensate for that. And so you spend extra money on them. You spend extra time with them. Like, you just do extra things just because the attraction is just not there. And so from the jump, it becomes a pay to play relationship. It is what it is, man.
Hi, I know you don't know me, but I just started GoFundMe so I could sit front row at this concert. I know you got a lot of money and followers, so if you could please donate to it and promote it. No. Please, I've been struggling lately. Oh, sorry to hear that. Struggling with what? Being able to go to this concert. Oh my. Look, I know you don't know what it's like to struggle. I have done a lot of struggling over the years to get me where I am today. For example, I was homeless 4 times. 2 of those times were with a baby. Okay, so? So? Can't you just go ahead and give me some money now? Because you're not struggling anymore. Actually, I still am. With what? Not punching you in the fucking face, you ignorant, entitled bitch.
I appreciate you guys watching the video today. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.